which is a short one, very short. It has 200. It has 200. You see it? So I love this book. So this is something I've read twice or three times already. It's a very popular book. It's The Little Prince, in my language, of course, in Hebrew. And I just like it so much. I love everything about this book. The little illustrations in the middle are really nice. See, it's really pretty. It's cute with all the stories. This is the back side. This is the front side. This is the. It's very little. It has not a lot of. There isn't it? How many? 86. So, really like it. This is beautiful. This is what it opened on, and it's just little messages with this beautiful background that looks so pretty, you know. Really pretty. It's much more pretty in real life. This book, and people interview like how beautiful it is. It's very costly, but it's a beautiful book. So it's very thick. It doesn't have a lot of letters. I read this. Let's put this in. I read it. So this is a series, but this is 16 in the order, and so yeah, I can't read it. I need to read the rest. How long is it? Let's see how long this series. 148. It's not too much to read. If you're like a kid, this is the perfect length. Look at the cover. I would have read it if it was the first one, but it's not. So you can have nothing to do with it. It's really 16. The way I can read it. This one's pretty. The back cover. Yes, that's so pretty. Love the pink and the oranges. And see how thick it is. I didn't love this book, but it's fine, I guess. 186. This is thicker than the rest of them, but it's also a bit smaller in size, like in comparison to this. But when I see that, but then there's inside are like big and they're like big and like very easy to read. Like in comparison to these, it's very dense. There's a lot of, so I think this book is still longer than this one. I could do save one, drop one. That would be fun. We'll save that then. So this is Stephen King, and this is the second book in the series. So I want to have the first one so I could actually read it, because I'm interested in Stephen King. I want to read his stuff, and I like it. It looks cute, the cover, and it's basically you have a lot of long books. You have it, which is very very long. It's extremely long. It's like the longest book except like Harry Potter. I think I never read it, so I can say it's 400 pages. 400. It's quite a lot, but I can't read it because it's just really the second book. So it's fantasy. There's 3 books, and this is the second one, so I need to get the first and the last one. First one before the last one, because I need to read this, and the first one before, so I can do it, but I can't read it. So there's some books I can't read because they're like second, and I have a few books like that like I want to read, but I can't because it's the second installment, like third. I think I've read this one. This book looks terrible. Like I had water like on it, so it looks really really damaged and really really icky. But I would love to read it again. Like I don't know if I read it already, but I don't think I've read it. I don't. If I did, I don't remember anything. So I started reading it, but I haven't finished it yet. Like, also this one is maybe 390. Yeah, okay. This one, how many pages is this? 30. Yeah, I like that amount. 30 is a decent amount. It's enough. It's short enough, but it's long enough as well. Like, I like that. Yeah, I need to read all of it again now. Like, I can't just, I need to reread it. But I remember it being really, really fun. I really liked it, but it's like, it's pretty. But this edition, it doesn't have a continuation. I will read it, and I know there's like a reinvented version of this, so I would want to get that in those series. Now this one I haven't read. I really want to read it. I love this cover so much. I love the way it's printed. Look at that. It's imprinted on the page. I love that. Yeah. And it's a Harry Potter style book. It's fantasy. It's about a girl, and there's a guy as well. And I love this cover of the light here. The backside is cute, and the backside is not basic. But I want to read it, and it's like 400 pages, so I have a lot to go through in this book. I would really want to buy it. It starts at the same age the Harry Potter was. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. I would want to read it, and I will read it. So this is books I will read. Yeah, I will read. So this is books that I've read already. Okay, here, books that I've read, books that I want to read. So this I read it already, but not all, like halfway, so trying to reread it and then continue. I do that a few times, and like this one as well. And whenever I read it, it's really thick though. These two, I have the two versions. See, it's pretty, it's really pretty. This is from Stimatsky. I'm not sponsored. Some of it are like from some הספרים, and some of it is from different chains. It's not all from one type of store, but like, yep, that's it. That's I have both of them. I want to read them, really do. This is the length. This is the first one. $335, yeah. It's fine, it's not too long. I think this one's thicker, though. Like, it feels thicker. I think it's $390. $397, almost $400. It's almost as thick as this one. Almost. Just. Yes. And so this book thing I want to read. This is the third book in this. I want to read the first two again, like, yeah. Really cute. So I can't read it though. I want to read the first two again so I can do the whole series. It's a really cute series. It's not that long. 240 pages. Yeah, not that long. I don't. Other books are like this length. So it's a really cute book to read. It's really fun. It's really fast. But I can't read it. So this is the first part of the whole book. But this is a different cover art. This is very different than this one, which I like better, the way the covers are. So this is the first book. First book was like the first chapter. It's I don't love this cover, but like it's the first book, and this is the rest of them. It's not that long, and I do want to listen to read it. Yeah, not long at all. Not long. Like 100 pages. It's not long. The second book, she's like growing up in this, and she has a cat. So she's a cat. I don't love cats, but like, this is longer. No, about the same amount. That's shorter though, that's for sure. That's way shorter. Wait, yeah, a little shorter than the rest. That's the third book. I don't know if there's more, but I have 4 of them. That's 4. It's the 4th book. I need to read all of it. I really wanna. So I have also this series, which I started reading and stopped here. It has like 300 pages, 373, so almost as much as the Cinder one. I really want to read it. Look at how beautiful this cover is. I love the colors. I want to have the rest of them. Like, there's like a whole series of this song. Potter. I'm rereading this. I've read this before a lot of times. I'm reading it, and I'm like almost at the end. I'm in the 14 pages, and like it's great. It's great. Yes. I have the whole series here. The second and the third books. Second, third. This is so pretty. I love this cover so much. I think it is so pretty. Like, I think they don't spoil in like too much, but they're like so pretty in the cover art. And I love how colorful it is. I love the lettering. I wish it was still imprinted into it because it used to be imprinted, but it's not. I love it. So pretty. Joined in each of the chapters of the two books. It's my next one. I've read all of this a few times. I've gotten to the fourth chapter to read it. So I need to reread the whole series again. But I feel like the third book, so the fourth book, I've read it a ton of times. So this is my favorite books series. I will rank it. I'm missing the last one. Once I get the last book, I rank it. I tell you my ranking of the books, but yeah. These are more worn out. They're very big, and they're I bought all of wait. I bought this and this. I bought all of these ones as well. I bought all of this. All of this I bought. See, I bought all of them. They're very new. They look new. Look how pretty they are. So and this is old. This is my old books that I had already. These two books are books that I always had. The two of them. It is so heavy. Look at that. That's my heaviest book. It's so long. It's so big. In comparison, look at that. These two are very big. And so, but I have them the longest. Especially that one. Look at how worn out that shit. It's yellow. See, it's taped in the middle, it's taped in the middle, so it's not perfect. It has the spine broke apparently. I think it's broke. Okay, the spine broke. So I need to be careful when reading it again, but it's extremely heavy. I want to buy the new a new version of it, but I don't think so. I might just buy this book in a different edition. I don't know, because it's very big and very but whatever. It's funny. It's a little bit broken. It makes sense. This spine is so big. So yeah. And I recently bought. I had a coupon, so I got this for free because where I work, I got a coupon and I got this book for free. So I'm missing only the last one, which I will buy next time I go to that store. Look how clean it is. Look how pretty it is. Stumbled on Harry. Best books ever. this is the second book in the series. I read the first one, but it's been a long time. This is the second book, so I need to buy it. 300. But I vaguely remember the first book, vaguely, but I can't read it. So I've read a lot of the books in this series, but I have only 4 of them. Like, it's the books I've read as a child, like as a teenage child. I loved reading them in like Yom Kippurim. So I have all 4 books. Let's see what's the earliest. I'm missing books, but I read it like almost all of them. There's a few of them that I haven't read, like more towards the end, and I can tell in the middle that I haven't read. But this is five people that like explored like Israel here, and like learn about the history and stuff. So it's very fascinating. You also learn about the history of the world, but of this country. And it's fascinating to see and to read. It teaches you a lot of stuff. This is the second. It's not the second. This is the 8th book. It's 8th book, and each book is like 100 pages max. Yeah. Oh, I hate 100 pages. Let's see if this is different. It should be. Yeah. And there's like clear drawings in it. There's like little drawings in it. You see, it's really pretty. So it's really for teenagers. You have a little picture in between, like in the middle. More drawings. So it's really pretty. And next one, I said like. I think some of the latest edition. I don't think there's more. Maybe there is more that have been released, but this is the latest one. So let's see if there's something new. Where they are. Okay, the drawing looks even better in this one. So they get into a lot of trouble. It's a very action-packed. But it's really fun to read. So I've read it already. This is things that I've read and I'm not planning to read again. This is things that I plan to read again. I've read this already. I want to continue reading it. I read the whole thing in Kippurim. The whole thing. 367 pages, and I read the whole thing. It's really pretty. I love the cover so much. I love the lettering. I love the whole cover. I really want to continue reading it. It's like one of my favorite books, that I have. I love the design. So pretty. Should I reread it? When I get the second book and I read it, I do that. I don't need to really do that now. So I want to get the second book, but this is the first book. How that look? It's a really beautiful book. It's a journey with a girl that grows up, and the second book as she becomes adult, and there's a lot of things that happen in it. How it's very long, but it's the dot, there's a lot. It looks so old, maybe that's it. The English books feel the same way as this in this feel, a little more light. this book feels way lighter than like say this. Say this. This is very heavy, but it's longer. But let's say this is about the same length, way heavier than this. Is lighter and it's bigger a little bit. I think. No, I think they're the same length, but yeah. So this is the whole book. Reading like a diary. It's very long and it's a journey. It's not more romance and like adults and like growing up and like figuring out shit about yourself and stuff. So I really like it. I need to get the second book and read it again. And if the third book, I should read it. I really like it. One of my favorite books. I read it already, but I want to reread it. So there's books that I want to read for the first time and books that I want to reread. I should like divide that. So this is not it. This is books I want to read first. Reread, yes. So this is the books I want to reread. To read it for the first time that I haven't read yet. Although the last one is I read it, but so this is to when I was a teenager, and it was interesting to see about this book. It's about 50 Shades of Grey, and this is his perspective, the guy perspective, which I wanted to read this first, so I never read it. I've watched the movie, but I never read the book. So both of them are for to read. Of course, this one. I know the author for this book. It's really. They're not really my type of books. They're like life stories and like lessons. So, but I read them a little bit. So, we'll put them here with my read list. I have read that one. 13 Reasons Why. I like it. But it's very heavy in the content, so I'm like not recommending this to read for like the age like up until like 17, 15 at least, 14. Like an age where you can understand it and like not be a little bit traumatized by it. So for this already, I'm not planning on reading it again. So this is very cute. I will not read it again. I don't want to read it again, but I will read like 3, 4 out of 5. It's a light-hearted book. I think it's for teenagers. If you just turned that age, like 10, 12, you would love this book. It's for that age. I think it's cute. It's a teenager group. Like they fall in love. They like have complications. Like it's all in with like in the class. It has 300 pages, something like that. Like so, it's quite thick. But I think this is the right length. It's not too long. It's not too short. It's the best length. It's 300 pages. Although I would say that, but like some of the best books I've read are longer. But yeah. This book I want to reread, not now, but in the future. It's such a good book, one of my favorite. It's just such a good story. It's like a teenager, but actually it's like so good. Like it's so good. It's so much about like a real world situation, and I just love it. It's so good. Like look at this drawing. It's like a diary as well. So I like diary style teenager books about like growing up and figuring out yourself, like stuff. The other stuff that I'm really interested in, but like I love even that is a diary. Also, so like diary that like, teenagers go through. Another diary. It's a diary. All of it is a diary. That's a diary as well. And even like this is kind of like a diary because the main girl she's the main girl here in the side, and it's from her perspective. So you get like we know about all the characters, but it's from her perspective, so it's a diary as well. So it's fascinating, but yeah. So I read this first book and I watched the movie and the two first movies. So I don't know how the second story goes, but I still want to buy it, to buy the book. And this is some of the books that I have, but they're not the second, the third, or the fourth. So I can't read them yet. I need to buy the remaining books. Also, I have an order that should come soon for Harry Potter, about spells and stuff. Yeah. Another one I have is this one. This is Spanish. It's cute, the drawing. The story is fine. I didn't love the book, but it's my first Spanish book, so it was fine. I didn't know this. It was 300 pages. Quite long. And that's a book I really liked. How pretty it is. And it's in Spanish. And it's like 300 as well. $350 pages. And I like this cover. It's cute. It's a white part story. I know. I don't care. I like some of them. And this is a fine book. It's a fine book. It's a fine book. I have this one as well. It's also in Spanish. I never read that, so I should try and read, but I don't know if I'm interested in the story. I have, and I want to get the other 3 books, Casi Angeles. So it's a show that I watched as a kid, and I loved it. And it has other 3 books that are in different colors, but it's like similar in like the style of the cover. I really want to have them. I want to have all of, like, this is collection piece I really want to have. Like, the paper is different anyway. It's different. And it's very long, this book. It's 300, it's 400 pages. This has 460 pages inside, very long. So I really want to have the rest, though, the 3 others. I need to buy them and get them. It's the same with the Harry Potter and the Narnia. This is a series I want to have, so I can read it in the future and reread it as much. The rest of them can stay as one-off, but like, I do want to have more of this series so I can finish them, but like some of this here. But this is something I want to do, collect them, collect all the books. Oh, this book, I've read it already, but I want to reread it and see if there's more books in this series because it was really fun. Like each boy has like its own element and its powers. I'm not gonna reveal how and what element, and I don't even remember it much, but it's a very fun book I read long ago, so I should reread it. It's so long. It's 500. I didn't know this was so long. It's 600 pages, this fucking book. I think they're like orphans as well, these guys, and like they're orphans. They're all orphans, and then they're like, it's fascinating. It's a fascinating book, and I want to reread it and see if there's more. It's been long since I read it, so maybe there's a new